Do you remember the show Lalaloopsy? If you haven't, let me explain. It's a show based on the original dolls of the said franchise who like to go on adventures. However, there was something about one of the characters that would make me change how I see the show forever, and it was the first doll to exist, Pillow Featherbed. Here's my tale. So you see, I was watching Rolly Polly Ollie on YouTube via Treehouse Direct and drinking McDonald's coffee, until I heard a knock in the door. What the heck? I gasped. Who could that be? I went to get the door, but nobody seemed to be there. Well, except for a DVD that I just so happened to notice. The DVD itself read Pillow on a pink background. The DVD's title was called Lalaloopsy, So Magical Adventures. I didn't order this, I said to myself. But I can't wait to watch it nonetheless. I do like this show after all. I then put the disc in my DVD player and I prepared myself to watch an unbelievable discovery. Starting off the DVD was the Nickelodeon logo, but I started to realize it was a little off. For starters, the background was black instead of white, and the Nickelodeon logo was now red instead of the usual orange. Then it showed the warning, but the background was red and the text was black. This ... doesn't seem right, I said. After those, it showed many previews for other Nick Jr. shows like Team Umizoomi, Bubble Duckies, Paw Patrol, Dora the Explorer, Wonder Pets, Julius Jr. and more. It then showed the DVD menu. It looked very cool to see. The menu had the 8 Lalaloopsy dolls, Crumbs Sugar Cookie, Mittens Fluff and Stuff, Spot Splatter Splash, Peanut Big Top, Pia Spells a Lot, Jewel Sparkles, and Dot Starlight in the right side of the screen, waving with their pets beside them. While a silhouette of Pillow Featherbed was behind them, her eyes were red for some reason, while the DVD logo was on the top left, and below were 6 options: Play All, Episode Selection, Setup, Special Features, Previews, and more Lalaloopsy fun. I pressed Episode Selection to see the list of episodes. Why? Because I didn't see a list of episodes on the back of the case. The episodes went as followed: Stuck on You, Nighty Night, A Tree Grows in Lalaloopsy Land, Rosie's Day Off, Mablinette Muffin Mission, and some strange episode I never remembered being part of the series, Featherbed's Frustration. Featherbed's Frustration? I asked. What is Pillow so frustrated about? I shrugged it off, as I was interested in seeing another episode of Pillow, as she didn't receive that much screen time in the show. I pressed Play All, because, gosh, do us writers have to say this a million times? The first 5 were good. But before the 6th one could play, a warning came up on the screen. Warning: this episode of Lalaloopsy was going to be in an unplanned season 3, but it was rejected and scrapped entirely due to being too disturbing. The episode was also made by not 1, but 4 former Moonscoop animators who were later fired for making the episode. Please shield your eyes before you watch this episode. Wait, what? I gasped. Is this some kind of joke? The intro then began. But the only thing odd was that Pillow was absent, yet Crumbs and Ember were present, carrying the pencils, as if she were here, but she wasn't. After the utterly most confusing excuse of an intro, the episode started. The title card had a shot of a photograph of the 8 Lalaloopsy dolls, but all their faces, except Pillow's, were scribbled out, while Pillow's face had blood painted in her eyes and in her mouth resembling a wicked grin. Whilst the title, Featherbed's Frustration, was on the bottom left, narrated by Pillow. It then began with a shot of Spot's house, where Spot herself was busy painting a picture of her own zebra. The lawless pets don't have names. Just then, Spot's painting was interrupted when someone called her name. Spot? The voice said. She turned around, as the someone who called out to her was revealed to be Crumbs, and next to her was Mittens. Oh, hey Crumbs. Hey Mittens. Spot greeted. Wanna see my masterpiece? We're not here to see your painting, Spot. Crumbs replied. We're just here to ask you where Pillow is. She hasn't been present all morning. Really? Spot asked. Do you think she must be really tired? I doubt that, Spot. Mittens replied. This isn't like her at all. Really? Spot replied. Then where could she be? It then cut to Pillow's house, where it then showed Pillow outside. She appeared to be watching a compilation of every single episode of Lalaloopsy ever, looking quite glum. Suddenly, her eyes began to glow red, as her voice faded into a demonic effect. I've done it. I have watched the entirety of my show, and never have I been given enough focus compared to the other original Lalaloopsy dolls. The only appearance I've made in that damn show is in some episodes of it. I'm done. I'm through. I'm sick of it. I had enough. I want revenge. Pillow angrily said to me. Hey dot dot dot, are you talking to me? I stuttered. Of course I am, Sherlock. Pillow taunted, before Sheep came into the view. Wondering what was wrong with Pillow. Leave me alone, you stupid lamb. Pillow screamed, before Sheep ran off. Terrified. There. Pillow remarked. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be heading off now. She then left the room, as I grew worried in what Pillow was gonna do next. It then cut back to Lalaloopsy Land, where it showed Crumbs heading home with a frown in her face. This is strange dot dot dot, where even is Peanut? Crumbs wondered, before spotting Peanut by her door. Who do they think they are? They think they can continue this, huh? They are just gonna treat me like that? Like trash? I don't think so. Pillow muttered. Pillow? Is that you? Crumbs asked. I've been waiting for you, Crumbs. Pillow yelled demonically, as she turned around. Pillow? Are you okay? Crumbs gasped. What happened to your eyes? And your voice? Pillow then walked towards Crumbs, growling. Pillow, you're scaring me. Crumbs said. Crumbs then let out a blood-curdling scream, as Pillow approached her violently. Pillow was still laughing, as she grabbed out a knife. It then showed the most gruesome thing imaginable. Pillow stabbed Crumbs using the knife, as Crumbs was screaming in agony, but Crumbs' screaming didn't sound fake. It sounded like, if her voice actor, Callista Schmidt, was being stabbed the worst possible way. It then showed Mittens' fluff and stuff. She was in her house wondering where Pillow went, when suddenly the lights in her house flickered off. Eek! She cried. What happened to the lights? Suddenly she heard the Kefka laugh from Sonic Eggs. Who's there? Mittens shivered. Is there? Mittens shivered. Just then, the lights came back on and Pillow was behind Mittens. Pillow? Mittens gasped. I've never seen you out of your house before. I came here to hand the spotlight over to me personally. Pillow said. What do you mean? Mittens asked. You know what I mean. That I never received any screen time or spotlight unlike you buffoons. Pillow lamented. Just then, Pillow grabbed out a chainsaw. Pillow, wait, let's talk about this. Mittens pleaded. But despite her pleads, Pillow killed her anyway. Mittens screamed, as her fate was now revealed. What kind of episode of Lalaloopsy is this? I yelled. It then cut to show Jewel Sparkles in her bedroom, contouring herself. You look absolutely stunning as ever, Jeff. But before Jewel could finish her sentence, she heard a knock in the door. Coming. Jewel annoyedly said, as she went to the door to see who it was. It was Peanut Big Top. Looking terrified. Oh, it's you. What do you want? Jewel asked. Jewel ellipsis points. Pillow has gone insane. Peanut yelled. Insane? Jewel asked. There's no way. Pillow hasn't been outside her house since. No, Jewel. It's true. Pillow is killing everyone in Lalaloopsy Land. Peanut yelled. I'll believe it when I see it. Hooray. We need to get Ace. Peanut interrupted, as she grabbed Jewel by her hand and scurried off. It then transitioned to Ace Fenderbender in his workshop, creating what appears to be a bus that fits every known Lalaloopsy doll to exist. Peanut and Jewel entered the shot. Ace. Peanut yelled. "Oh hey girls, what's going on?" Ace asked. So ellipsis points. Pillow has recently gone ice-name by killing everyone in Lalaloopsy land, and if we don't get all of our pals in that bus unit we will all be doomed. Peanut yelled. Wait, say what? Ace yelled. I just told her I was gonna believe when I see it. Jewel muttered. Don't fear everybody, once I'm done with this bus, I'll call Rosie and some other friends that have not died yet to come with us. Ace said, as he grabbed out his phone. It then cut to a time card, similar to those in SpongeBob SquarePants. 1 hour later, it showed Rosie bumps and bruises in her office, tending to Twinkle and Flutter's knee, while her big sister, Pixie Flutters, was beside her. Suddenly the phone rang, but the ringing sound was a mix of both the special alert, and the disturbing sound effects from Special Agent Nazo. Hold in here. Rosie told Twinkle. I have a call from one of my friends. Rosie then picked up the phone, and was greeted by Ace. Hello? Rosie? Ace called. Hello? Ace. Rosie replied. Quote, Rosie, I gotta tell you something. You better get on my bus, because Pillow is currently on a rampage. You have to get all of our friends to come with us. Ace yelled. Wait, what? Rosie gasped. Oh no, why is she doing this? It's because she did not get any spotlight or screen time. You have to get all of our friends and come to my workshop to get on my bus, before Peanut comes, otherwise all of us will be doomed. Ace yelled. Okie dokie then. Rosie said, as she hung up. It then showed a shot of all of the Lalaloopsy dolls at Ace's workshop, except for Peanut, Crumbs and Mittens. Alrighty folks. I have a special presentation to show, before we get into the bus and get out of Lalaloopsy land until Pillow comes down. Ace said. Which is? Jewel asked. Well everybody, I built this bus recently and it has tons of things to keep you safe from Peanut, so that she doesn't kill you. Ace told to everyone. Suddenly, the dolls heard distorted laughter. Whose laugh was that? Jewel asked, unafraid. It's Pillow's. I panicked. Everyone get on the bus. Everyone then proceeded to get on the bus. Ace stepped on it. Now. Pia yelled. As soon as Ace stepped on the gas pedal, the bus drove away. Peanut noticed this and said this. Well, at least those spotlight takers will soon realize that driving away from Lalaloopsy land in a bus does not prevent them from me. And no, that is not the end of the gruesome episode. There is more. It then showed another time card saying 2 hours later ellipsis points. It then showed a shot of the currently alive Lalaloopsy dolls in the bus. Where are we going now? Starlight asked. Ace then spotted an abandoned mansion. Fellas, I think I have an idea. Ace said. Ace then parked the bus at the mansion and the dolls exited out and went inside. Peanut then locked the door in case Pillow was coming for them. We could stay here until Pillow comes down. Sir Battlescared said. Great idea, Battlescared. Dot said. Oh, I forgot to mention that the characters that were alive and not killed yet were the following. Pia spells a lot, Jewel Sparkles, Peanut Big Top, Dot Starlight, Spot Splatter Splash, Rosie Bumps and Bruises, Pepper Pots and Pens, Marina Anchors, Pat's Treasure Chest, Pickles B.L.T, Prairie Dusty Trails, Dynamite, Sunny Side Up, Berry Jars and Jam, Marigold and Petals, Ace Fenderbender, Pixie Flutters, Forest Evergreen, and Sir Battlescared. And I also forgot to mention Mango Tiki Wiki, who is quietly on her island named Island of the Smoky Peak, since she only appeared in one episode, Mango's Mainland Holiday. The dolls then heard demonic laughter. Oh no. Jewel muttered. Oh, now you wanna take this seriously? Peanut asked. The same demonic laughter was heard again after a voice cooed. The Lalaloopsy littles didn't want to play with me. What a shame. But I can play with you. Right? Making a reference to the Sonic the Hedgehog horror game Sally.exe. Who goes there? Patch asked. It's Pillow. All better run. I yelled. You're right. Grace said, breaking the fourth wall. The dolls ran to all sorts of different places. Pillow entered the door with crumbs and mittens red cotton all over her. You can't run. You cannot hide forever, Mia. I'm coming for you and your friends. Pillow said before laughing like a lunatic just like Oswald and Peanut Otter. It then showed a shot of a room in the haunted house. Mia spells a lot soon appeared. She locked the doors and got into a corner. Please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. Please don't come for me. She whimpered, as tears began to form in her button eyes. Peanut then busted through the door with a bat. Peekaboo. I found you. Pillow said, as she swung the same at Pia. It then showed a shot of another room in the house. Jewel Sparkles showed up. Oh man, oh man, oh man. She muttered. I should listen to Peanut. She was right all along. Pillow then walked towards Jewel menacingly. Nice speech, say goodbye to your legs. Pillow said. Jewel screamed, as she said that. It then showed another room, which Peanut entered the shot with tears in her eyes. Why, Pillow? Why? Peanut said. I'm losing my friends because of you. Do not worry, you'll see them again. Pillow whispered. Oh really? Peanut asked before getting her head chopped off. It then showed Dot and Spot in a room together. Peanut will never find us in here. Dot said. I'm getting kinda scared. What, if she does? Spot asked. Oh don't worry, at least you still have me with you. Dot said. Spot chuckled, as she said that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Spot said back. Pillow then appeared out of nowhere and stabbed them both using a sword. Hours have passed, and the remaining dolls were dead. No sign of anyone. Except for Mango, since she is the only survivor who is still in the island of the Smoky Peak and away from Lalaloopsy land, and obviously Pillow. Pillow exited the house, covered in red cotton, as she chuckled softly. As she continued chuckling, I went to go get some food. But she put a stop to me. Oh I did not forget about you. Pillow said to me. I'm just getting some food, calm down. I said. Oh I don't think so. Pillow said. Until you pay for what you've done today, you're not going anywhere. BFFT. Like you can make me pay for what I've done. I said. I'm in real life, and you're just an animated doll behind a DD screen. So good luck with trying to find me. Pillow then grabbed a paper and started writing something. She then revealed that it was my address. Yep. My actual address. Censored for personal reasons. Is there, where you live? Pillow asked. I was shocked. What? I gasped. Who the hell gave you the rights to reveal my location? I know everything, Flame. Pillow said. I addressed the same thing to the creators of this episode and they had no other choice but to believe me. Wait, who are these creators of this episode? I asked. Good question. Pillow replied, as she took out 4 photos and stamped them against a wall in the haunted house. These creators are none other than Ellipsis Points, Cleany Brown, Andrew Skinner, Ezio Goodman, and Kevin Adams. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna kick you in the face. Pillow said, as she is ready to kick the screen. Oh yeah? Try it, if you dare. I said and yelled, as I hit the remote with my fist and it skipped everything, except for the credits. And speaking of the credits, they were obviously off. In the credits the buttons were replaced by corpses of the characters Pillow killed, but unlike the death scenes, these were split in half, like the ones in Among Us, and the music playing in the background was the music that plays on Dr. Ivo Robotnik Eggman's stage. It's called 3 Dots, from Sonic.exe. When the credits finished, It showed the closing logos, but the Moon Scoop logo had a blood-red galaxy background. The moon in the logo was broken about it, for no apparent reason given. The Mga Entertainment logo had a black background, as Pillow's shadow can be seen. The purple square with the M had been split in half, the yellow circle with the G had been sliced similar to an orange, and the red triangle with the A had been cracked open. The Nickelodeon Productions logo appeared, but like the Nickelodeon logo in the DVD opening, it had the same black background and the Nickelodeon text was in red. The Productions text was in Itclubal and graph font, and the copyright byline text was in Catchall font, the old Google logo. Finally, it was accompanied by a terrifying fanfare similar to the Walt Disney Pictures logo, specifically the 1985 one, for no reason. I was left speechless for two reasons. One, even though Lalaloopsy is a series broadcast by Nickelodeon and Nick Jr., the Nickelodeon Productions logo never appeared in the series. And lastly, the terrifying fanfare of the logo had been a reference to the old Disney intro. And when the extra logo was finished, the screen went black again for 6 seconds, and then, Pillow showed up with her cute emotion and said this after giggling in an evil manner. "Oh, name. You really thought you can escape from my claws just by skipping to the credits. Doing so made me believe you're a chicken. See you at your house." Pillow then laughed like an insane year after she said that to me. After she told me that, the screen went black again for another 6 seconds. As the seconds passed, a jump scare did not appear. Instead, a red text appeared in the credits font and it said, "You're next." The text was silent for 8 seconds, then Bowser's laugh from Super Mario 64 started, but it sounded distorted, even demonic. After the episode, it took me back to the menu. I was straight up appalled with what I were to witness. I also can't believe the ending of the episode was similar to what Peanut Otter said to Elijah. I then recorded the footage and sent it to Mga Entertainment. I eventually got a text back saying this: "We are very sorry that you had to witness that episode of Lalaloopsy. You see, the episode was originally going to be made for people who felt bad for Pillow for not getting enough recent screen time, but we scrapped it because of those 4 goons." One of the 4 former animators also made 3 disturbing episodes of another Nick Jr. show. Wow. Wubsy. Wubsy's Bad Day, Manual Blast, and Starved to Death. I hope you managed to restrain from that episode. Ever since that day, my thoughts in Lalaloopsy were never the same. The end.